Squirrel, do you ever feel like fear is winning?
Say more about that.
Yeah, that basically humans are ruled by fear.
Oh my. What's your evidence?
Well, I feel afraid, and I think my friends are afraid. I see a lot of fear on social media. The news is terrifying.
Yes, did you read that New York Times op-ed I sent you?
Well, I think it's fair to say this is a scary time to be alive.
We're facing a global crisis. There's a lot of uncertainty.
But to say that fear is winning or dominating the human story, even, I just don't think that's accurate.
Well, what am I missing? It feels like everyone's afraid, and everyone's acting out of fear right now.
I actually think something else is going on, and it's so subtle and we're so used to it that we don't really notice it.
Okay, I'll bite, Squirrel. What is it?
It's love. Love is much more part of the human story than fear is.
If that was true, there wouldn't be any war.
If fear was really the main thing motivating human beings, there's just simply no way humans would have lasted this long.
Humans are social animals. They're altruistic. They're compassionate. They're loving.
But what about all the terrible things on the news?
Yeah, you know what? What about the news? What about social media?
It is true that fear is a very powerful emotion, and it's very good at getting our attention. And social media and the news are businesses that make money from getting your attention. And frankly, politics is another attention game. And yeah, they're going to use fear because it's easy. But again, we could get very bogged down here. We're missing the plot. Look around you. Are your neighbors walking around hitting each other with clubs? No. They're being kind to each other. They're offering help. They're, they're acting out of compassion and love.
But what about war and terrorism and murder?
Go!
Well, wait a second. Worry Fox isn't wrong. There's still lots of terrible things going on in the world.
I'm not saying there isn't darkness out there. I have eyes too. But even when humans are hating or fearing or being violent, I think there's actually a thread of love somewhere deep in there, which is quite esoteric, and we could really talk about that for hours.
Look, don't be fooled by social media, the news, or even your perceptions. You've evolved to pay careful attention to fear and danger and violence and so on. It's a survival thing. Humans are not as good at seeing the positive.
And the positive, in this case, is the gorgeous background music of love and kindness and altruism that defines humanity.
I don't know, Squirrel. I'm not convinced about this one.
Yes, I'm not convinced at all.
Okay, well, try this. How about this week you supercharge your ability to observe love? Look for it everywhere. Look for it in your neighbors, in every action they do. I think you'll be surprised how prevalent it is. And you can do yourself a favor by taking a break from the news and social media. And the next time you feel fear or anger or hatred, take a moment and sit with it and ask yourself, where's the thread of love in this? Because I guarantee you, you can find it.